The Colney Hatch Lunatic Asylum in London, established in 1851, was one of the largest psychiatric institutions in Europe. By 1900, it housed thousands of patients, many suffering from severe mental illnesses with little effective treatment available. Among them were amputee psychiatric patients who faced not only mental distress but also physical disability in an era with minimal rehabilitation support. The asylum was infamous for overcrowding, poor conditions, and harsh treatments, including electrotherapy and early forms of psychosurgery. Patients with amputations often endured additional struggles due to limited medical care and societal neglect, making their experience even more harrowing. In 1900s London, Victorian orphans faced a harsh and unforgiving life on the streets. Many were left to beg, steal, or perform odd jobs just to survive. With no proper shelter, food, or protection, these children often fell victim to disease, exploitation, and extreme poverty. While some found refuge in orphanages or workhouses, conditions there were often cruel and inhumane. The struggles of these orphans highlighted the deep social inequalities of Victorian England. In 1943, Chinese sailor Poon Lim survived an astonishing 133 days adrift in the Atlantic Ocean after his British merchant ship was torpedoed by a German U-boat. Stranded on an 8-foot wooden raft, he used sheer ingenuity to stay alive, catching fish and birds with makeshift hooks and even killing sharks with a water jug. He collected rainwater and, at times, drank bird blood to stay hydrated. When he was finally rescued by Brazilian fishermen, he had set a record for the longest survival at sea on a raft, proving that human endurance has no limits. Polish armor from the 16th century was a masterpiece of craftsmanship, consisting of over 174 intricately designed plates. This high level of articulation provided both exceptional protection and mobility, making it one of the most advanced armors of its time. Likely used by the elite, hussars, or noble knights, this armor reflected Poland's rich martial tradition, blending artistry with battlefield efficiency. Its complex construction highlights the era's technological advancements in metallurgy and warfare. Dr. Walter Freeman, a controversial neurologist, popularized lobotomy in the 1940s as a treatment for mental illness. This patient, photographed 10 days post-surgery in 1942, underwent a transorbital lobotomy, a procedure where a sharp instrument was inserted through the eye socket to sever brain connections. Though initially seen as a breakthrough, the practice led to severe cognitive and emotional impairments, sparking ethical concerns. Lobotomies were eventually abandoned in favor of safer psychiatric treatments. In 1914, a daring photograph captured individual souls standing on the very edge of the Grand Canyon, Arizona, showcasing both the breathtaking beauty and the perilous risks of the natural wonder. At a time when safety measures were minimal, such feats symbolized the adventurous spirit of the era. This image serves as a historical reminder of humanity's fascination with nature's vastness and the thin line between awe and danger. This rare photograph captures the launch of the RMS Titanic in 1911 at the Harland and Wolff shipyard in Belfast, Ireland. The image has an eerie, almost ghostly quality, possibly due to lighting conditions or early photographic techniques. The Titanic, the largest and most luxurious ocean liner of its time, was celebrated as an engineering marvel. However, just a year later, in April 1912, it tragically sank after hitting an iceberg, becoming one of the deadliest maritime disasters in history. This photo serves as a haunting reminder of the ship's short-lived glory before its ill-fated voyage. In the 1930s, baby cages were a peculiar yet practical invention used in London city apartments. These wire-frame cages were attached to the exterior of high-rise buildings, allowing infants to get fresh air and sunlight in crowded urban areas where outdoor space was limited. The concept was inspired by health recommendations that emphasized the importance of fresh air for children's development. While it may seem dangerous today, these cages were considered an innovative solution at the time, reflecting a unique aspect of early 20th century urban parenting. During World War I, Cher Ami played a crucial role in saving 184 American soldiers trapped behind enemy lines in France. On October 4, 1918, these men, known as the Lost Battalion, were surrounded by German forces and mistakenly shelled by their own troops. Their only hope was to send a message back. Despite being shot through the breast, losing a leg, and nearly blinded in one eye, Cher Ami flew 25 miles in just 25 minutes, successfully delivering the SOS message. Thanks to this brave homing pigeon, the attack was stopped and the soldiers were rescued. For his extraordinary service, Cher Ami was awarded the French Croix de Guerre and remains a symbol of courage and loyalty in military history.